Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. And we do want to spend our wine dollars wisely. Haven't had a couple of videos up. I haven't had videos up in the last week because I got a little frustrated. The loading rate at the house for my computer is terrible. It takes literally 2 days. I got a little discouraged. But now I'm going to try and time it out to where I can get the video shot, get it in there, edit, and load it up, even if it takes 2 days. I get discouraged about that kind of thing because I came from a place where it was really fast. You plugged it in, boom, 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 everything was done. You move out to a new place and look what happens. Great studio. I love the studio. Got a lot of good comments about that. I appreciate your input on these videos. I really do. The canned episodes are really, they were fun to do. People loved them. What we're going to do today is Belle Glos Pinot Noir. There's 3 different Pinot Noirs from 3 different areas made by Belle Glos. And Belle Glos is part of the Wagner family. Wagner family developed Caymus. We're all familiar with Caymus. Meiomi was a huge part of that. So the Wagner family has been in the business for a long time. I think since 1972. Well, they decided, they've made Pinot Noir in the past, and they decided that they wanted to do vineyard designate Pinot Noir from cool climate areas, coastal areas that they feel where Pinot really should come from. Now, a lot of people are very, Pinot, if you want to bring out the snobbery and people, start talking Pinot Noir. A lot of people will only drink Burgundy from France. Some people will only accept Willamette Valley Pinot Noir. And, you know, some people just like California Pinot Noir. But Pinot Noir is really a neat grape in a lot of ways. Very difficult to cultivate. That's why a lot of winemakers like to play with it. Because it's a very finicky grape. You know, hard to ripen. And, you know, it's got thin skin. You know, all of those things make it very difficult to make Pinot Noir. But, of course, a lot of people do it successfully. So it can't be that tough. Anyway, we're going to get right into this. We have 3 different Pinot Noir. They're all 55 bucks, so we don't have to think about that. Okay, the first one we're going to look at is the Belle Glos Pinot Noir Clark and Telephone, and this is from this is a 2017 from the Santa Maria Valley in Santa Barbara County. This is 14.6% alcohol. The other ones are 14.8%. That's why I did this. Now, interesting on the back label, it says soil is, oh, never mind. It gives a sandy loam, cool, fog, sunny, 580 to 700 feet elevation. It gives you the harvest. It gives all kinds of cool things on the back. French oak barrel aging for 9 months. Now, it doesn't say whether it's new French oak or whatever it is. Anyway. 55 bucks has no chump change. I got an opportunity to try these. Very excited about that. I brought the dump bucket in just because, you know, well, I learned on the last one, you know, you need somewhere to dump it. You can't drink it all. Let's see what we get on the nose. Oh, better show you the label. Belle Glos, part of the Wagner family. Joe Wagner, winemaker. Immediately I get black tea and ripe dark cherries. I love black tea on my Pinot Noir. It smells very juicy and ripe. I get a little bit of black raspberry coming through as well. Let's see what we get on the palate. This is what we call a 10 in the delicious fat category because it's just big, dark, ripe cherries backed by black tea notes, which I really like. I get a little bit of spiciness on the back edge of this one. A little bit of Asian spice, but a lot of white pepper. The raspberry notes come through right on the back of the mid palate into the finish with that white pepper. This is like a Pinot Noir that anybody that put their lips to would like, unless you're kind of snobby and all you like is those high acid Burgundy Pinot Noirs. Now, I will tell you, I had a chance to try La Tâche from Romney Conti, and of course they're very, very expensive. I just happen to have a friend who can afford that kind of wine, and he shared that bottle. Really appreciated that. And it had similar qualities to this. So not all Burgundies are high acid, austere wines. They do make a lot of Burgundies very similar to this. Not a lot. A few Burgundies very similar to this. But you have to pay the price to get them. Almost a little bit of a green tea coming through on the back side of this. Good acidity, good balance, good structure. This is a great Pinot Noir. 55 bucks, you know, that's a lot of money. I know that. But if you want to spoil yourself and grab a good bottle of Pinot Noir, if you don't like the austere high acid style Pinots, the really lighter style, more feminine Pinots, you're going to love this. But I also feel like this Pinot Noir has really good balance, has good acidity, and it's a really tasty Pinot Noir. I'm going to go straight up A on that. I really like that Pinot a lot. Let's move on. So the idea behind these wines also is they wanted to reflect terroir, different areas. This one, as we said, came from the Russian River Valley, or Santa Barbara County, excuse me, Santa Maria Valley, Santa Barbara. Sorry about that. So they wanted to express different types of areas, all coastal influence, fog, wind, and all of that. But they wanted to show the differences, and they planted different clones in each of those different vineyards. The canopy, the trestling is all different depending on the area that it's coming from. So this is the Dairyman Belle Glos Pinot Noir 2017. This is the Russian River Valley version, Sonoma County. This is 14.8% alcohol. Soil is bright loam. The climate is cool, foggy, and sunny. Elevation 75 to 85 feet. And that's in 9 months in French oak barrel aging. There you go. Very similar labels, all $55. Let's give it a little rinse. I think it's really cool when you get these different, these winemakers that like to show the differences in terroir, soil, and all of that. Excellent color on this wine, fairly dark. This is no wimpy Pinot Noir, as you can see. It's got good color. Well, some California wineries have been accused of putting Syrah on their Pinot. I think there's some that do that, of course, but not these guys. At least I don't think so. I didn't taste it in that one. How do you know if you get Syrah on your Pinot Noir? Well, you're going to get that kind of bacon fat, smoky element that only, well, not only comes from Syrah, but is definitely Syrah driven, not so much Pinot Noir. This is a way different on the nose. I like that. It's more red flower driven. I get a little bit of root beer on this one, which I didn't get on the other one. That's kind of cool. Dark cherry notes are coming through, and just a little bit of beauty bark. Very cool. Let's see what we get on the palate. This one really, really expresses the Asian spice. This is really a great episode for me because I've never tried these, or at least I don't remember trying them. This has black tea, cherries, a lot of Asian spice influence, a little lighter than the other one, more elegant but yet still very delicious. Good fruit, good structure, good balance. I get a little like those hard candies, like a little bit of raspberry, cherry, those hard candies that you sucked on when you were kids, you know, in the Christmas tree that came in a little tin. I don't see those around very often anymore. Good thing. My teeth would not appreciate them. But good balance, a little more finesse than the other one, which is interesting because it's higher alcohol. More Asian spice on this one. Nice long finish, but still I get a little bit of that bark on the finish. Yeah, the bark notes come through on the mid palate. A little bit of tobacco with the bark, not too much. Nice and elegant and delicious. I mean, seriously, I want A on this. I'm going to go A+. I mean, this is just a solid Pinot Noir from Russian River Valley. Very good area for Pinot Noir in California. And whatever Joe Wagner's doing, he's doing it right. And he certainly is making some amazing Pinot Noir. Yeah, that candied element comes through right on the top of the mid palate, but it's not, we're not saying it's sweet, it's just that kind of flavor that comes through. Good balance, I like that, A+. Don't get very many of those on this show, but I'm really digging that one. Let's move on to the 2017 Belle Glos Pinot Noir Los Alturas, Santa Lucia Highlands. This is an area I really like where they make Pinot Noir. Monterey County. This is also 14.8% alcohol. The soil is Gloria Sandy Loam. Cool, very sunny. Now this is very high vineyards, 540 to 1,210 feet. So they're picking some of the highest vineyards in the Santa Lucia Highlands. And this is also French oak barrel for 9 months. Okay. Just tiny runs. I'm excited. Those first two. Pretty darn good Pinot Noir. I mean, seriously. I think I mentioned why I don't use a point system. I think it's just ridiculous now. You know, a 100-point scale is just huge. I could use stars. I could use glasses. I just like the grading system. It just kind of makes it easy. Let's see what we get on the nose. Wow, once again, it's very different. This has got a lot of soil composition, like bark and soil put together on the nose. A little bit of cherry notes coming through. I get a little kind of a sweet caramel thing right underneath. Not a lot, just a little bit. Yeah, this is like somebody mashed up a bunch of really ripe cherries into soil and bark. Maybe drizzle just a little bit of caramel on there. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what we get on the palate. Spicy on the finish. Good solid fruit, dark cherry notes, front to finish. Not as much Asian spice on this one. Those little bit of bark notes kind of hang out underneath, not prominent. And once again, you get that dark cherry, bark, spice. Spice really comes through on the backside of this one. Once again, a very, very delicious. All three of these would be a 10 in the delicious category. I forget who said that one time, but it just kind of stuck with me. I love that saying, 10 in the delicious category. This one not quite as, still has good structure, still very smooth, still very delicious. Not quite as interesting as the first two, but still very good. A little bit of coffee coming through as well. I like it. I like it just as much. Long finish. Kind of get this, yeah, that bark and cherry just really kind of hits you on the backside and sticks with you quite a bit. I think you'll know what I mean if you buy a bottle of this. This is the Los Alturas. Long finish. Solid wine. I'm going to go A- on this one only because I, went so high on the other two, but still love that wine. Still very good. I like the middle one the best of all of them. This one second, and of course this one third, but they're all solid wines. $55, once again, a lot of money. Sammy Hagar price there. I can't drive 55, but still solid wines. If you want to spoil yourself, I think it's worth the money to do it. Make sure you don't invite too many people over, 2 people at the most for each bottle, because that way you get more. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day to watch. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.